far as my documentary that's coming out, you guys gonna see 26 years of behind the scenes footage that you guys have never seen.
I remember when radio hosts and TV reporters were accusing you of ducking Shane Mosley, Baldomir, Hatton, Canelo, Guerrero, and you fought all of them right after that. Is that also going to be in your documentary?
Well, I feel like the proof is in the pudding. I don't have to say who I beat. You know, there's been so many great fighters out there, so many good fighters. All the guys that you named are hell of a fighters. You know, everything is about timing. I wish me and Shane Mosley could have fought when he was undefeated.
Tank. Davis is fully focused and determined as he prepares for his March 1st fight against Lamont Roach. Speaking about his mindset leading into the bout, Davis emphasized the importance of staying sharp and maintaining discipline. At the highest level of the sport, he acknowledged that once a fighter reaches the top, every performance matters, and there is no room for complacency. Davis said that not training enough for a fight can make him perform poorly in the ring. That's why he stays dedicated during training camp. His goal is not only to win, but to put on a great show for the people. Davis sees the significance of delivering exciting fights, recognizing that strong performances attract more fans and increase his marketability. He sees boxing as both a sport and an entertainment, and fighters must always put on dominant shows inside the ring. He knows that his knockout power and ability to keep fans interested have made him a must-see fighter, and he is determined to keep that image.
I don't hate Floyd. I'm happy for Floyd. You know, he's accomplished so much, and he believed in himself to accomplish all these different things, to be great, to dare to be great. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of him. I'm proud that whether, you know, went all the way to the top of the mountain and won. But now, Floyd, it's time for somebody else to win. You won. It's time for the new generation. They're gonna win. But your era, you won. But now there's another era. So can you make somebody else great like you are, or help them be great like you are? That's the issue, right? And maybe that's what Tank is talking about.
Davis talked about how he approaches fights and said that he always takes the time to study his opponents in the first few rounds instead of rushing in without thinking. He stressed the importance of patience and strategy and said that he carefully studies his opponent's movements before fully engaging. This measured approach helps him avoid unnecessary risks while finding openings to take advantage of. Davis said that this way of thinking is like life itself, saying that you can only be successful by adapting and making smart choices instead of charging ahead blindly. As fight night approaches, Davis is still focused on putting on another dominant performance, knowing that every win solidifies his place at the top of the sport. Fans can expect him to bring his signature power, skill, and showmanship into the ring on March 1st.
What came out still on top? With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean? Just a little situation that he put me in to, you know, make me lose. But he thought I was going to lose. But
You talking about like a boxing match or?
yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Pedraza. Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, you know. So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on a shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game.
When talking about the fight, Davis said that Roach is a skilled opponent who will do his best, but he made it clear that fans will still see the same dangerous and dominant Tank in the ring. Davis knows that Roach will be ready, but he's focused on proving why he's still one of the best in the sport. He stressed that staying at the top requires constant dedication, which is why he's been pushing himself harder than ever in training camp. Davis has been sparring top-level opponents to fine-tune his strategy and make sure that every part of his game is sharp. On video of him training, you can see him doing sprints, heavy bag drills, and explosive combinations to get ready for any task Roach throws at him. Davis didn't hesitate when asked about the chance of a knockout. Hopefully, Sure, he said. I'm confident that if he lands clean, it could be another highlight refinish. He's set on making a statement and giving fans the show they expect. Mike Tyson has said that he admires Tank Davis, acknowledging him as a great fighter with incredible promise. When asked about people comparing Tank to him, Tyson didn't say no to the idea. Instead, he liked it and told Davis that he would also become a legend if he kept working hard and staying committed. Tyson said that being great requires discipline, consistency, and the ability to dominate opponents, all of which he sees in Davis. The boxing legend's words show how much he respects Davis's skills, power, and attitude, which supports the idea that Davis is on the way to becoming a legend.
Like, how would you fight Floyd in his prime? Like, if you were to fight Floyd in his prime,
Don't fight him.
if you guys were both in the...
Don't fight him. I wouldn't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying, like, I feel as though my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing glove.
You're crazy to watch, bro. Like,
yeah.
You hit like a fucking train.
Tank. Davis's training regimen is meant to improve his speed, power, and endurance. His workouts include a variety of exercises focused on functional body weight movements that enhance his agility and explosiveness in the ring. He incorporates plyometrics, resistance band drills, and core strengthening routines to improve his balance and defensive reflexes. Tank also does high-intensity exercise such as sprints and jump rope to build stamina. His strength training focuses on bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and calisthenics, ensuring he keeps power without adding unnecessary bulk. This well-rounded method keeps him sharp, conditioned, and ready for fight night.
I'm from Baltimore. He's not from D.C. That's what I learned. I thought he was from D.C. too. D.C. my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
You gonna feel all this shit we gotta do? Look, hey Tank, we gonna go 35s for 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m.
And I seen the Lomachenko and Devin Haney for the undisputed title. That was a good fight. I'm very, very glad that Devin Haney was victorious. Me and Devin sat down, for us to come together and make a relationship happen. I don't want to knock championship belts because they are important. I could tell him, you could win 2 world titles, but make $250 million. Or you can win 20 world titles and make $10 million. Then when you look at Ryan and Tank, they made great money. We could have been did this, and that could have been him in the fight with Ryan Garcia.
His training video shows his explosive power, sharp reflexes, and well-rounded skill set from heavy bag drills to high-intensity sparring. Tank is perfecting his knockout ability while keeping speed and endurance. His dedication to every aspect of training, strength, agility, and precision shows he's taking this fight seriously. With his heavy punches and relentless work ethic, it's clear he's preparing for total dominance. Lamont Roach will have to withstand immense pressure, making this a possibly tough and punishing night for him in the ring.
You know, so I don't want Tank to necessarily leave Mayweather. I think he's in this position because of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him. So I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career. Say that you want Shakur and actually fight Shakur. Say that you want Devin and actually fight Devin. You know, fight these guys. Don't keep making new names. Like, you gave Barrios a chance. You gave Isaac a chance. Like, you know, Gamboa. Like, those aren't the fights that we want.
Oscar De La Hoya has emphasized the sheer power and skill of Tank Davis, stating that his fight against Lamont Roach will be extremely tough for Roach to handle. De La Hoya highlighted that Tank possesses far more experience at the highest level, having faced and beaten top TI.